every single medium that I've had any interest in, I've become so obsessed with it to the point where I burn myself out. Anime, manga, soccer, music, drumming, skateboarding, movies, literally anything that I get into, I just want to do it and learn about it so much to the point where I eventually burn out from it. And it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. And a lot of these things I have obsessed over it since I was a kid, right? Since I was like 10, 11 years old, I was always really into soccer. Since I was 13, I was really into anime. I didn't really start reading manga until like I was 14, like a few years ago. 14, 15, 16, around there. So it wasn't that long ago when I started reading manga. And it's just like, I get into something. See, look, this is how it happens. Look, I get into something and then I consume all the mainstream stuff and then I'm like, I need more. I need to know more about this stuff. So I start looking into the underground side of things, and that's where things start to really add up. I keep up with the top 5 European leagues. I'm like, no, that's not enough. I start watching Liga MX, MLS. No, that's not enough. I start watching women's soccer. That's not enough. I start watching futsal. Like, it's not enough. I start watching shows like Naruto and Attack on Titan. That's not enough. I gotta start watching things like A Place Further Than the Universe or something like that. It's like I start listening to Juice WRLD. That's not enough. I need all the underground stuff. I need to know different artists and different genres. I need to know the biggest K-pop groups and the smallest K-pop groups. And it's just like, why? Why am I doing this to myself when I know I'm gonna burn out? Overconsumption is killing me when it comes to these things. And I don't know how to escape that. It's because I want to be knowledgeable with whatever I'm consuming. But I think it's starting to become something where if I don't know more than you, I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I'm not enjoying it enough as I should be because you know it better than I do.
Oh, what a loser!
I think that's the reason why I tend to overconsume everything. Just because I feel like I have to know it more than the person next to me. Yeah. So I think what I should do, right? This is what I think should be the solution. Rather than constantly going from story to story to story, or league to league to league, or book to book to book, I think I'm going to turn one series inside out, front and back, left and right, up and down, side to side. Yuck, bro. Period. All that, right? Before really getting into a new series. Because I think then I can fully appreciate a story for what it is, rather than, okay, I know about this, now let me go to this. Okay, I know about this, now let me go to this. Same thing for sports or music or whatever it may be. I think I'm going to start doing that from now on. And I think I've already been doing that with music, but it's anime that really needs it, man. It really needs it. For example, last month I finished or caught up with Golden Kamuy. And such a sick show. I really did dive deep into that series. From where the anime left off, I have not even bothered with the manga, but from where the anime left off, I have seriously dived deep and enjoyed the series. But with Mob Psycho, the show that I watched right after I caught up with Golden Kamuy, it's like it kind of felt like I was trying to finish it just so I can say, hey, I watched Mob Psycho whenever the conversation arises, And it's like Mob Psycho was sick, don't get me wrong, it was sick, but I wasn't watching it. How do I say this? It felt like a chore, and that's entirely my fault. It felt like a chore of mine that was given to me. You have to watch Mob Psycho so you can be knowledgeable of Mob Psycho whenever the conversation comes. And that's just something I don't like. It needs to change. And it's not just with anime, it's with anything, really. anything I consume, it's like I consume it because I want to be knowledgeable about it, not because I enjoy it all that much. Even though I do enjoy these things, I do enjoy anime, believe it or not, but it's just my enjoyment levels have really died down over the years, which sucks. I work 5 days a week outside. On top of that, I don't have much free time to do anything, right? If I'm gonna watch anime and read manga and listen to new music and all this during the week, it has to be at night. There's no other way I can consume these things. It has to be at night. And it sucks now that I have to adult now. Like, yuck. So here's what I'm gonna tell myself. To enjoy the things that I supposedly like, let's do these things. And this is me talking to me right now. 1, stop watching and listening and reading things just because you want to be some know-it-all when the event comes. 2, look forward to these things. I don't have as much time as I did back then. And even back then, during class, I was watching anime, so it didn't really make much of a difference. I had all the free time in the world. Now, it's like 0, zilch, nil, nada, nothing. No time whatsoever. That's a lie. I have a little bit of time. Let's not lie now. But look forward to these things. Look forward to watching these new series, to reading these new mangas, to listening to these new albums. Right? Have something to look forward to, even if it's something as simple as starting a new show. Because that can go a long way. Looking at it now, that can go a very long way. And burnout is real. It happens to everyone. That's something that's just inevitable. You're going to get burnt out of your job. You're going to get burnt out of your hobbies. You're going to get burnt out of whatever habits or interests you have. You're going to get burnt out of it eventually. It's just something that's quite hard to deal with if you're not prepared. And someone like me, I wasn't prepared. But at the same time, how do you prepare for that? How do you prepare for burnout? Oh, I have like 16 other things that I'm also doing right now. So it's like, I can't really get burnt out. And that's not realistic. That's not how people work. Most of us are not interested in 16 other hobbies, which is also why I feel like, and this is a conversation for another day, another video, but this is also why I feel like adults are so boring to talk to. Like, they are so lame. Like, oh my God, at my work, at the gym, in the grocery store, adults are so dead. They're so dead. Oh my gosh, if it's not politics, it's religion. If it's not religion, it's politics. And it's like, dude, what is your personality? And it's just like, oh, I work. I just work a lot. I don't really have time for all these other things. It's just work. And I'm like, God, I hope I don't end up like one of these people. Oh my gosh. It's like adults, and I'm talking like 30, 40, 50 years old here. Like, they're just so dead. They're so bland. Oh my gosh. It's like, hey, Tom, how are the kids? And then you go straight into talking about the company and your work and how the work is doing this and how you're doing this at work and how the company is doing this to you and how your office is this and your laptop is this, that, and the third. And it's like, oh my gosh, I really feel like a lot of these adults have lost their spark. Like, they have lost a spark somewhere, somehow in their life growing up. They've just fell out of love with everything. And they cover it up with, oh, I really love my work. I really love my job. And some people, they love their job. But I refuse to believe a consulting officer, that's your love, that's your passion, that's just what you are for the rest of your life. That's it. And it's like, if you burn out from the things you love, you're gonna become one of those adults who just wake up, go to work, come back, sleep, and then repeat it for the next 40 years. And it's just like, whoa, like, you gotta stick with something you love. I refuse to be one of those people. I knew a girl in high school. Look, I knew a girl in high school. She would go to school and then straight out of school, she'd go straight to work and she'd be there until 10, 11 p.m. and she'd come back home. She'd do homework and then go to sleep. She would do that Monday, Tuesday, sometimes Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, sometimes Saturdays, and then off day on Sunday. And it's just like, what are you living for? Are you in a club? No. Do you have any passions? Not really. I'm like, do you like anything? And she's like, I watch Netflix sometimes. I'm like, whoa, whoa. People like that scare me. I don't want to be one of those who just work 24/7 and that's all they have to them. Which is why this overconsumption needs to chill out. It needs to relax. I need to calm down with it before there's nothing left of me, right? Before there's nothing left I really enjoy. I need to relax. I need to take it one thing at a time. Enjoy the process of enjoying the enjoyment that something brings. Yeah.
Yes, sir! This nigga spitting!
Anything can be a drug. You can get addicted to anything. And having an addiction can sometimes be for the better or for the worse. It really just depends on who you are. Especially up here. Oh my gosh, quote that, write that down, put it in a book or something. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna watch season 3 of Kaguya-sama Love is War. Thank you very much. Ah. Yuck!